Oh, hey everybody. Hey guys, how's it going? I hope everybody's doing good. We are here doing another episode of this Iron to Jesus challenge that I want to challenge everybody to be a part of. Men, mostly men, I'll be talking about, but anybody. So the idea behind this is that we're just men, and I think our purpose in life, or one of the purposes in life that we need to have and always have, is to become more like Jesus, which in turn will be help us to become more manly, or like a real man. And I think our culture today and our society is not really understanding what it is to be a real man. And I really feel like the answer is through Jesus, through his example. And this is what I wanted to talk about for these episodes. So this series we're going to be going through is about the characteristics of Jesus, things that we can strive to be like and to act like, and to become more like Jesus. And in that, we become closer to God. We will become more manly, more like a true man, what God intended a man to be, not what society is assuming a man is. So it stems from this verse, Proverbs 27:17. Iron sharpens iron, one man sharpens another. And so we have to accept this challenge, much like you would accept the challenge if you go join the military, or if you're an athlete, or if you're just working out, some type of challenge that you have to go through, or an academy of some sort, police academy, whatever, something where you go and you train and you work hard, and it's all for a purpose. So you're going, like, no one would want to do some kind of military, training just for the training. You do it so you can be a part of the military, a part of the team, and help people and make a difference. This is what I feel like we need to do spiritually. We need to accept the challenge and join God's spiritual team, become better. So we have to train. We have to work hard. It's difficult. It's not easy to become a better person. But I think this has more purpose than anything else in life. So this is our purpose, is why I'm doing this video, trying to build up men from just a raw piece of iron to be like Jesus. And that's what it is, iron to Jesus. Now, in the past, some of my past videos, I've talked about porn addictions and stuff. And so I'm not necessarily, I'm going to kind of take away from that. But this book right here is a good book to look up if you are struggling with that. You can look at my past videos, or you can just look this book up. I would suggest getting with someone, another man or two, to help along this journey if you are needing that. And there's a lot of good things in there. So I'm not going to talk too much about it right now, but because I've done videos on that. I haven't finished that book with my videos, but we may go back to it, have a change of pathway here. So there's the verse again, which we don't need that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start off on this channel, this video. We're going to start off doing these 49 character qualities of Christ. So we're going to just do one at a time. I'm not trying to make super long videos. And so let's start with the first one. Oh, by the way, this website that you see here, you can totally use that. This is free this is a free site here. I'm not trying to steal any of their stuff. This website gets the credit for all of this. I'm just talking about it, okay, and bringing it all to your attention. So feel free to do what this is. Go to that, find it, use it. Obviously, just like I am. I'm not trying to monopolize that or anything like that. So the first characteristic that we're going to talk about today is alertness versus unawareness. So this is let me just read it first. Being aware of the physical and spiritual events taking place around me so that I can have the right responses to them. Okay, and then this verse, Mark 14:28, kind of goes along with it. But after I have been raised, I will go before you to Galilee. So that verse, I looked it up. It's Jesus talking about to his disciples about after he becomes raised from the dead. So he's saying, after I become raised from the dead, I will go before you in Galilee. And I think and this is just my first response to this, I think we're talking about kind of this guidance that Jesus, through the Holy Spirit, can give us. And so I think he's kind of warning the disciples, hey, be aware, be alert, like be ready, because I'm going to go ahead of you. And so I'm wondering if he wants, when he says that or makes us feel that way, he would probably want us to follow, that lead. So this goes to, like, we have to, I feel like there's a spiritual, like, world battle going on all around us all the time. You have people that are going through some horrible things. You have people that are doing good. You have people that are doing bad. You have people that are prideful in what they're doing and all this stuff. And we kind of have to, I feel like we just have to be alert to all these things that might be happening, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example, because, like, I guess you could take your wife, for an example. My wife gets upset sometimes, and I know, because I know her, we've been married almost 20 years. I know that sometimes she will be so mad, we think maybe they're mad at us, but she's really not. But she blows up at something I do or whatever, and it's like, wait a minute, if I step back and kind of think and process what's going on, I'm alert, I'm aware, I'm processing, instead of reacting, because sometimes I tend to react when she's mad and I fight back or argue or whatever. Well, that's actually not the right way, because she's not mad at me. She's just blowing up about something. There's something else going on. My wife, for example, that's just one example. It could be anything in life. It doesn't have to be her marriage, but my wife has anxiety, and so a lot of times I've found that if I just relax and I just give her space, or I support her and I say, okay, yeah, I understand what you're saying, I validate her, then it doesn't take long, like maybe a few minutes or maybe a little bit more, and she flips, and then she'll apologize, and then she'll kind of let me know what really is bothering her. And so I feel like that's just an example. In life, we tend to react to things, and without really thinking and stepping back and processing and being like, oh, wait, what's really going on here? Like, it could be about anything. Like, can I really trust this person in this situation? And just step back and think, wait a minute, or whatever. Or when there's a decision we have to make about a job or whatever, and sometimes we might think, oh, this is more money, so let's go with this. But there's a spiritual aspect to it. Well, wait, if you accept this job or this raise or whatever with these stipulations, meaning you're going to be gone more, you're going to be working harder, you're going to be over a team that maybe you don't know, so there's a big question mark there. So money is not always the only thing to think about, and I think this goes along with all that. There's so many ways. This says physical and spiritual events taking place around me. We have to just be aware, alert, and we always have to be thinking, how does this glorify God, or how does this bring people to Jesus? Like, and that's the biggest thing, I think. My wife got let go several years ago from a good job, and so we lost a huge amount. It was in oil and gas industry. Layoffs were typical in certain times, so she got lumped in with this group of layoffs, and this was several years ago. And so we struggled. That was really hard. But I will tell you this: now it was a blessing in disguise, because now what my wife is doing now, it gives her way more time with the kids, way more flexibility to like leave, go on trips or whatever. Like if the school calls or whatever, my wife can usually be there before I can, and that's huge, because if she had stayed in the job or industry that she's in, it would be totally different. She would be gone, which she was gone most of the time. I'm a teacher, so I worked close to home, and I was teaching and doing all that, so that's really not going to change. But anyway, the point is that sometimes and maybe you didn't need to do this now, maybe you need to do this now. Think about where you're at in life, and what purpose are you striving for, and think, is there anything that I'm missing? Is there any opportunities that I'm missing to be closer to my family, or to be more closer to Jesus, to pray more, read the Bible more, meet with other men, something more relational? I feel like relationships are like the most important thing in life. Relationships. Ultimately, your relationship with Jesus Christ. Like, yes, Jesus is the most important thing, because we have to have that relationship with him. And it's about relationships. It's not about a list of things to do or not to do. It's not about the 10 Commandments, although I agree wholly with the 10 Commandments. But Jesus came, and he is the law. And so anyway, but the relationship is so important. And I feel like if we aren't having relationship with people, with community, with people we love and care about, and especially with Jesus, that's the most important. But then and our family, like if you're working all the time and you don't really ever see your family, there's some spiritual things happening there that could be hurting your family. You need to think about that. And so be aware, be alert of these things, physical and spiritual, what's going on around you. Not just about, are you making enough money? It's not about money, materials, or a good job and things like that. It's about how can you build relationships with people? How can you be closer to God? How can you train up your family, your kids in this way to help them? Because not only do you need to, and me, I'm talking to me too, guys. I'm not an expert. I'm not doing it right all the time. But not only do we as men need to follow these 49 character qualities of Christ, and that's our goal in these videos, is to get more like that. We also need to train our kids. We need to talk to our kids, especially our boys, about this. They need to follow this too. So it's so cool to think that your kids, my kids, can be set up more closer to these characteristics to Jesus than we were when we were kids. Like, we can set them up to be better than we were. And it's not about, and I'm not talking money, job. I'm not talking about that. I almost feel like if you do have plenty of money, you shouldn't just give it to your kids. They need to work for it. That's kind of my feeling. But this is like what they need more than anything. These characteristics. Okay, I hope everybody got something out of it. I know I started off that video kind of slow, but I pray that everybody's doing well and hears it well, and I pray that it touches people, and maybe share it, like it, comment, whatever you want to do. If you can feel free to do any of that. If you want if you have email, I have an email. If you want to email me, if you have questions or just want to tell me about something, I would love to hear how this alertness. Maybe you think about it today and tomorrow. I don't think I can do videos for the next couple of days because I'll be gone. But think about it and then let me know how it goes. What maybe came of it. If you kind of had an epiphany and realized something that you weren't aware of previously, I would love to hear that, and I would love to share that. That would be awesome. I really thank you guys for listening. Again, keep this up. Tell other men about this. This is not about me. I'm not showing my face because I don't care. I don't want to be. It's not about me. I want this just to go hit as many men as possible, so we can help each other. Just become better. I think this is one of our purposes in life we need to do to help ourselves be better so we can help the next generation be better, and all for the glory of God. All right. I appreciate you. Have a great day or next couple of days. God bless.